Hi everyone, this is HM&S video number 26 and you are most welcome for it. We are still exploring typing in Microsoft Word. Last video we typed this first page and this video we are going to type this second page. Let's switch on to it and we explore the different techniques of typing in Microsoft Word. So we are done typing the first page, but before we go to the next page we can see this YouTube is also having the red line. That means the spelling is also not correct. So I'm going to come, right click. I have these two options. The one I want is the one on top. I'm going to click and you can see it's now correctly spelled. When you come to the margin, then you click. I told you when you click once, it will actually highlight for you the entire sentence. When you click and drag, you can see it highlight for you different lines when you are dragging like that. If, for example, let me just add some more random words here to demonstrate this. I'm just going to type letter H like this because I wanted two lines for that. Now this one is the first line, this one is the second line. Now when you click once, it highlights for you that line, and when you double click, it will highlight for you the entire sentence. Even if it's having 10 lines, it will highlight for you all of them. So I'm going to do Ctrl Z to undo what I've done there. So now, last video I told you how to do page break. I've seen very many people when they're going to the next page, they always click where they ended and then they keep on hitting that enter key, enter key, enter key, enter key, enter key, enter key, as you can see, until it added for them the new page. But actually that one is also not good, because if you have something in the second page and then you keep on hitting the enter key, like for example, I want to show you this. I'm going to type as Francis here. Now when I come here, then I hit enter, you can see it keeps on pushing what is in the second page down. As you can see, enter, enter, enter. It is pushing what is in the second page down. I'm just backspacing now because I want to remove all those lines, as you can see. And if you remove a line also on top, as you can see, it will keep on bringing for you what is in the second page up. Let me first click here and then I delete. I always advise that when you want to create a new page in Microsoft Word, don't use the enter key. You do the page break. Last video I showed you how to do the page break. When you go to the insert tab, page break is here. When you click on it, it breaks for you this page. As you can see, there is page break and it creates for you one more page here. Now I'm going to do Ctrl Z. The keyboard shortcut for page break is Ctrl Enter. It does the same thing. Now let's demonstrate the same thing we did before. If I come here and type Francis as we typed before, then I come where I stopped here. Then I start typing enter, 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 creating more lines. As you can see, I'm creating these lines, but it's not affecting what is in my second page, as you can see. This time around, Francis is not moving. So I'm going to backspace, 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 up to here. Now, we are seeing all this. This is a page break because we have turned on our show paragraph marks. We talk more about the show paragraph marks in the previous video, HM&S video number 24. You go and watch that video. How we set up this Microsoft Word. If you haven't watched it, then you will get to know more about it. But we have just turned on this command here. That's why we are seeing everything we are doing in this Word document. Now I'm going to come down here and then I'm going to backspace, backspace, backspace up to here, then type what is in our second page. Now this one is already put here automatically. That's what we have typed in the header. So each and every page will always have the header. But in case you want to put the header in only one page, maybe the first page, and you want the rest of the page not to have the header, I'm going to show you how you do that in a separate video, not in this video. In this video, I want us to type exactly how I've shown you. The header is there, but it's not active. So let's type. We also teach some other relevant topics on other Microsoft applications, like, I'm also going to put the semicolon, hit enter. Now this time around I'm going to show you bulleting. As you can see, we have Power BI desktop, but it's having a certain type of bullet. On the first page we used multi-level list. Also when you come to the home tab on the paragraph group, we have what is called the bullets here. When you click on the bullets, you can see we have different ways you can put the bullets. You can also remove the bullets by selecting this none. But as you can see, when you select this one, it will give you that type of bullet. But the one we want is this one. So when you click on it, you can see it has put for us here. So I'm going to do Power BI Desktop. So that one is sitting in the first level. When I hit enter, I want to go to the next level. I'm going to hit tab. Now when you hit that tab, it created for you the second level when you're doing the bulleting. So I'm going to do data visualization. Now when I hit enter, shift tab to go back to the first level, I'm going to type publisher, enter, OneNote, enter, Outlook. And then when I hit enter, it also created for me the list, but this time around I don't want that one. I'm going to do backspace, backspace, again backspace. This video was meant for 6. Now I'm typing the 6th of December 2024. Now when you first type the 6, which is the number, then you put there the th. Now on some Office version, immediately you do that, when you hit the space key, it will automatically correct for you that one. But in case it doesn't do that, you need to come back, you highlight only the th, that is the T and H. So you go next to T, you click, and then you highlight it to the right. Now it's actually a little bit difficult for you to highlight that one, because when you try to highlight only the th, Microsoft will try to highlight even the 6. So what you can do, you can click before T, you hold down the shift key, then you type the right arrow, right arrow. Each and every time you type the right arrow, it will highlight for you whatever in the right when you hold down the shift key. Let me demonstrate that. Let me say you click before V, then you hold down the shift key. When you hit the right arrow, it will highlight for you the V. The next letter, if you want to highlight it, you hit the right arrow. While you are holding down the shift key, you keep on hitting the right arrow, and it will keep highlighting for you letters by letters. So when you come here, you click before T, you hold down the shift key, right arrow to highlight T, right arrow to highlight H. So when you highlight only the TH, you come to the Home tab in the phone group. There is actually these two X you are seeing. There's this X which is having the 2 below. That one is called the subscript. Then there's also the superscript, which is the X having the 2 on the top right. So when you highlight the letter and then you select the superscript, it will put for you the letter you have highlighted on the top right of what is on the left. So let's demonstrate those. I've highlighted the TH. When I click on the superscript, as you can see, it has put for us the TH on the top right hand side of 6, and that's what we want. So I'm going to click just next to it. As you can see, when you try to type anything, it will still continue to put that one at the superscript position, and that's not what we want. So what we do, before we continue typing anything, let's first go and remove the superscript. So you click on it to remove it, hit the space key, December 2024. But before even we continue, you can also see that December 2024 is also having some line crossing it. So when you highlight the December 2024 also, again from the Home tab, phone group, there's this AB which is having the line crossing it. That one is called the strikes through. So when you click on the strikes through, you click on it, that line is going to go across the letters you have highlighted. Again, before you continue, make sure you go and remove the strike through by clicking on it, so that you continue typing other words without the strike through. So you type the space, but it's published at a later date. Now I'm going to hit enter. This is just for fun. Now I'm going to type the x1 plus x2 equals to x1 plus 2. First of all, I'm going to put the cap locks on. Type the x in capital letters, and then put the 1 before, space, type a plus, space, again x2, space, equals to, space, x1 plus 2. Now I've typed that one. I'm now going to do the subscript. I'm going to highlight the 1, click before the x, hold down the shift key, then you click the right arrow to highlight it. Let me do this one at a time. So I'm going to go to the Home tab, phone group, then click on subscript. As you can see, click near the next X, hold on the shift key, right arrow, subscript, click, hold on the shift key, right arrow, subscript. So I'm also going to come here, remove the subscript, space, and B1 times b1 equals to b1 square. I'm going to highlight the one which is before b, shift, highlight it, subscript, highlighting this one again, subscript, then I'm going to highlight only the one, shift, right arrow, then I'm going to put this one on the subscript, and then again highlight only the two, just these two, and then I put it on the superscript. That is how you can do that. Now, when you want to highlight two different words or ranges which are not next to each others, you highlight the first one, and before you start highlighting the second one, you hold down the control key. So let's demonstrate that. I'm going to highlight the entire x1 plus x2 equals to x1 plus 2, and then I'm going to hold the control key before I highlight b1, then also highlight b1 plus b2 equals to b1 square. So I've highlighted those two words or ranges, but they are not next to each other. So you highlight the first one, hold down the control key, highlight the second one. Now I'm going to go back to the home tab. From the font group, I have these three. This one is text effects, this is the text highlight, and this is the font color. So as you can see from what we are typing, the font color of the two areas I've highlighted is red. So you come here, you can click on this drop down arrow to change the color to whatever you want. As you can see from the preview, you can change the color to whatever color you want, but the one we want is red. So I'm going to hit enter to create a new line. So I'm going to come back here. I want to remove the red font color. Click on the drop down arrow, and then I'm going to put it on automatic. So when you click on it, it will come back to the normal color that we have been using for typing. So I want to type Francis A. It's also having the superscript. I'm also going to remove the superscript. So I'm going to type Francis Ogwal. Now I'm going to come to the margin, click to highlight it. Now each and every time you highlight a sentence, you see what is called a mini toolbar. This is what is called a mini toolbar. And this mini toolbar always gives you most of the commands that is found under the home tab. If I come and highlight this, you can see the mini toolbar will also pop up with the bold, italic, underline, and the rest is also there. So I'm going to click on Francis, but most of the time I don't always want to use the mini toolbar. I always get the commands directly from my ribbon here. But you can as well use the mini toolbar if you want. So after highlighting this, I'm going to come back to this one, which is the text highlight color, and then you click on it. I'm going to give it green. I think it's this green here, or it's this one. No, it's this green here. So I'm going to click on this green. Again, it's not just green. As you can see, it's also put at the center. So when you again highlight, by the way, this one also works even if you don't highlight it. You just need to click next to whatever you want to put at the center. Then when you come to the home tab, in the paragraph group, we have these commands here also. This one which is selected is the align left. What is in the middle is the align center. What is in the right, it's actually aligned right. So when you click align center, to move the name to the center. When you click align right, to move the name to the right. From here, what we have seen is actually put at the center. But before that, let me first get back to the aligned left. You can see that whether you highlight it, then you hit the align center, it will still be aligned to the center. Or I'm going to get back to the align left. Even if you don't highlight it, but you just click before it, then you click center. You can see, by the way, if you click after it, it will still work. If you click in the middle, it still works. I'm going to click, hit enter, then I'm going to do thanks. So Control S to save it. Now we have typed whatever we want to type. That is in the first page and also in the second page. Last video we already inserted the page number. As you can see, this is page 1 of 2, and now this is now page 2 of 2. If you don't know how to insert page number, you can watch our last video. Now after typing like this, you need to do some final touches, which includes changing the font type and then also the font size. It's always good for you to use the same font type throughout the entire document than to use different font types in the same document. Also, it's also good for you to use the same font size. So when you highlight any sentence or you highlight the entire documents, I'm going to hit Control A to highlight the entire document. Then you come to the Home tab in the font group. This is the font type. When you click on it, you can see it has all this type. Now, each and every time you hover over to any, you will be seeing the preview. The one we want is this one called the Times New Roman. If you don't see it just here, instead of using this scroll arrow to look for it from here, you can actually come. Let me first get back. You can see immediately you click on this drop down, it will automatically highlight for you the font type. So you simply need to type the one you want. I already know it is called the Times New Roman. You simply need to click it there and Word will automatically put that one there. You simply need to hit enter. So this is the Times New Roman. Also, we want to change the font size to 12. Again, I'm going to click Control A to highlight the entire document. This is now the font size. You can also click on the drop down arrow. As you can see, it offers for you some sizes here, as you can see from the preview. Each and every time you click on any, you can also see the preview. Also, we have these two options here. The increase font size, which is this bigger letter A, and then the smaller letter A is the decrease font size. So when you highlight whatever you want to increase the font size, then you click on this increase font size. Each and every time you click it, it will keep on increasing your font size by 2. So you can also be seeing the font size from here as you increase. Then this is the decrease font size. When you click on it, as you can see, it has decreased from 16 to 14. It also decreased by 2. Click 12 for 11. So you click, it goes to 12. Click, it goes to 14. Click, it goes to 16. Click, it goes to 17. But I want to use the font size of 14. So this is actually big enough for most of the people to see it. But in most cases, font size 12 is actually the most common one. But 14 is good enough for almost everyone to see it and read it. Let me also get back to the head and footer. I'm going to double click. Click to highlight it. Go to the Home tab. Also increase the font size to 14. And then I'm going to get back to the head and footer, and then close it or hit the escape key to close it. Now, the last thing I'm going to do for this video is going to show you how you can put the drop cap. So I'm going to highlight just the T because I want to put the drop cap only on the T, the beginning T. The drop cap is in the Insert tab. When you come to the text group, this is the drop cap. When you click on it, you have these options here. It's dropped. As you can see, it's dropping into 3 lines. Then also in margin, that one has also put the drop cap actually in the margin. As you can see, by default, it always put in 3 lines. But from what we are seeing here, it's put in only 2 lines. So I'm going to come to the drop cap options. And then I'm going to choose dropped. Now, when it's in none, you can see all these options is grayed out. But once you select any of these two, either dropped or in margin, it activates this one now. You can now change it the way you want. So the one I want is actually the drop, not in the margin. The font type is actually the Times New Roman that we selected before. You can actually click here also and change it to the one you want, but you want to maintain the same font type in the entire document. Then lines to drop. This is now where you change the lines you want. If you want to drop it to 2 lines, you can either click on this, highlight, then you change it to 2, or when I do Control Z, you can also use this arrow. You simply need to click it once and it will get back to 2. You can also drop it in 1 line, but for our case, we need it in 2 lines. So I'm going to click on 2. And then distance from text is 0 centimeters. So distance from the text next to it is 0 centimeters. You can add the centimeters from here as well, but you want to keep it at 0. So when you're done, you simply need to click on OK. And you can see it has dropped for us the cap of T and made it to sit in 2 lines. I'm going to hit Control S to save the work. Yeah, that is it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you found this video interesting, give it a like and then you share it with your friends. This is the playlist that's having all the videos about typing in Microsoft Word. You can click on it, then you go and watch all those videos. Until next video, HM&S video number 27, then we meet again. Thank you.